Oh god, this one. Hydration station. This is pretty much a do-as-you-please level. And I'm a bit confused about what the MR at the top means. I'm sure Waffle will come out of the cracks and explain that one for us. Right, there's a lot going on this level, so I'll try and keep up. I'll try and keep up with it as much as I can. So all these lemmings are swimmers by default, so you don't need to worry about these guys. These guys are in immediate danger though, because they've got none of these guys up here have got any skills, so not any permanent skills assigned to them. Luckily we've got walkers, so the use of the blockers are not really a problem. There was a lot of skill assignments there. There's a blocker there, a miner there, walkers getting assigned, free the blockers. Okay, so what's going on is these lemmings are trapped at the moment. There's actually nothing we can do to help them at the moment. They can climb walls, but they can't do anything. That's all they can do. And we've got 5 trap doors, each with 8 lemmings coming out of them. So we've got 16 lemmings down here, which means they're going to need to be assigned climbers. But we've got 1 climber left over, so that's where this guy comes in. I think it's this guy anyway. You've got a lot of destructive skills, so you're pretty much, you know, given the run of this level, you know. And the thing I found hard was you could free the lemmings in one direction, but then you couldn't get the lemming back up to go and work on the other direction. So I thought to myself, maybe they only have to go to 1 trapdoor. And I did actually ask for Wafflem's help on this one as well. You know, I sent him an attempt replay and he had a look at it for me. Okay, I just need to remind myself why I went this way. Okay, I built a little staircase there. Done a little staircase there. I'm sure there's a very good reason for doing this. Okay, he's a blocker now. Okay, we got a lemming coming the other way now. I think he's just going to sit tight until he's needed, so I'm a bit confused by this free play as well, to be honest. I don't know have a clue what's going on at the moment either. I think something's going to happen with this exit down here. Yeah, you need to be careful because these things are splat height, so you've got to be careful about how you circumnavigate them. So he's going right underneath here. So he's going to bash out this column. He's going to dig out this column here so the lemmings can be conjoined. I think the whole point behind this level is you can't actually go both ways. You can't actually send the lemmings to both exits at the same time. I'm not sure if it's possible. You have to be very careful because this water is like very, very close. But there's no way he's going to go in it because, yeah, well, for that reason you can't actually have a lemming follow you into these basher tunnels because they will drown in the water if they manage to go get the leg up in the tunnel. Silly, isn't it? I mean, half of the lemmings in the water technically, it should be drowning. Okay, he can't touch the water, I don't think, because he's not actually a swimmer. Oh, he is a swimmer, that's fine. Okay, so once he's done that little digger there, these lemmings can actually get onto that ledge and actually bash through to the other side. So now they're conjoined now. Okay, that lemming had to make it so this lemming could get up here. Because without this lemming's help, this lemming would not be able to get up this basher tunnel here. Okay, it makes sense now. So what he's going to do now is he's just going to dig out the column very much the same way he did before. And then I think he's going to join them at the exit. And the disarmer is needed so these lemmings can get into this exit here. Okay, so all these lemmings can be made into climbers now, and they'll go to the exit willy-nilly now. going on up there. I think. Well, I'm just very slowly assigning the climbers. Okay, this blocker should be getting freed any time now. He should be made into a walker. Yeah, he's going to bash through the wall and he's going to be given the disarm skill so he can disarm the trap. And that's it. I think the rest of the lemmings can get to the exit now. Well, we make another blocker and walker there. Okay, I'm not really sure why I was doing that, to be honest, because I think these lemmings were actually capable of getting down. Oh, I see. Oh, I don't see, actually. There was no need for that, really. I don't know why I was doing that. I'm probably just making it clear to myself that, yes, they can get to the exit now. All these lemmings need to do is bash across. Luckily, they don't drown in the water. I think by pure luck they didn't drown there, but I'm not sure if they could have in those conditions. Look at the replay length though; it's ridiculous, isn't it? I think most of these levels are here purely because of the sheer length of them. Anyway, it was another good level, just really hard again. Oh, this one! Oh my god! Oh, this was so fun. I'm not sure what the final total of this replay was, but I'm not sure if it went to the 20 minute stage. The biggest problem with this level is the one-time use traps here. You see all these red buttons across the level. Obviously, I just used a basher to get through that one because I didn't want to lose a lemming there when I could just exchange a basher for their safety. I think lastly, yeah, the last lemming platforms across. The platforms across the pool here to make it safe for them. There's quite a lot of platforms here, but they can run out really quickly, so don't use them willy-nilly. There's no time limit either, so that's no biggie. Okay, so we let the crowd out now. I think this is a minor job, isn't it? I see, we go down to this bit and then we bash forward and backwards, I think. Because I think it would have been too awkward to go past these two traps here. See, we can only lose 6 lemmings, so there is going to be some loss to the traps, but not at this point. And the important thing is you've got to avoid the radiation at all costs as well. They're just there to be irritating. So there's going to be a lot of backing and forthing in this level. Again, we're just waiting for the climber lemming to come back. Still working with one climber lemming here. So we just build over that trap because it's the easiest thing to do. This might be this might not be the intended solution. It might be a back row, but I'm not even sure if these are the intended solutions when I'm posting these. I think this is going to be a reverse miner, this says. Yeah, this is going to be this is definitely a reverse miner. It's quite obvious with the shape of the terrain, isn't it? Alright, so he's going to carry on, and he's just going to be lost to the trap, and the trap's gone now, so that's fine. I don't think we do it for every single one of these. We can't do it for every single one of these traps if we wanted to, but I think he stopped there. with a platformer and turned around. Okay, so he's platforming now, so he can actually make it down to this bit here. Okay, I think he's just holding off of bashing out the rest of it at the moment. I think it's so we can still send climber lemmings up here. So I think, see, we're getting close to the exit now, so. But the skills are starting to run out, so it's getting a bit. It's going to be a bit annoying now. And we have to waste 2 skills here due to the placement of these radiation objects. Okay, so he's going to come back and platform the last two. They'll use the last 2 platforms on this pool here. He's probably gonna do a reverse basher as well when he comes back. Just keeping an eye on this lemming, so I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment. Okay, so he's not going to do that yet. The biggest part of this level comes at the end. The hardest part of this level comes at the end, and you need to make sure you have the lemmings at a certain distance from each other, which can be a pain in the arse when you got such a massive amount of level to walk across. Hence why the replay spans out of it. So it's just waiting for something to happen now. Okay, here we go. We get a distance apart such that we had to mine through the tree here, but we had to assign the blocker at such a precise moment, such that the miner turns around right there, but this ledge is still walkable up here. And we're going to lose lemmings to those traps there. We've got to lose them to those traps. But luckily the miner is low enough such that the lemmings get up. But that's fine. I'm led to think this was a back route perhaps, because we only lost 5 lemmings overall. We're just going to wait for this guy to come back. See what I mean though? 15-minute replay, ridiculous, isn't it? 16 minutes even, 16.5 minutes. I could have nuked at that time, at the time stated though, because I saved 93 by then. Okay, level 25. Now, first of all, Wafflem. I mean, I'm counting the Wafflems right now in this level, and there are only 10 lemmings in this level. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 Wafflems, I think, in this level. All I can say is well done on this level, because it was brilliant, this level was. And you do a stacker here. I think that miner had to be used to stop that lemming from dying, because he would have walked over the stacker, he would have. But the biggest trick here is you've got to use stacker walls here to make the wall climbable. Now these lemmings will be trapped, but they'll be freed a lot later, so don't worry about it. That's what the diggers are for. They'll dig out the stackers. And the other big problem is these traps here. But that's what the disarmer's for. And luckily I got a disarmer far enough ahead so that you can disarm all the traps in time. Okay, so there's 2 lemmings trapped in there, but that's no biggie. Okay, so all the traps are disarmed now, so the bottom of the level's safe. That's probably the hardest part in this level, getting the bottom of the level safe, so these lemmings are no longer a danger to themselves. Okay. I'm guessing there's going to be something going on the left-hand side still. He's going to disarm that trap up there, because there's another sneaky little trap up there as well. So he's going to go up there and he's going to just press the button. Okay, so this guy at the front's a climber now. He's going to stack the wall up. Okay, so we've got another climber going up. Okay, so we don't need to do a stacker wall up there. That's not necessary. Now the order everything's done here is very vital. If you do it any other order, I think you're just going to end up screwing yourself. So some buttons are easier to get to, that are only able to get to at certain parts of this level, you see. Like that one, for example. Actually, no, I think everybody walks past that button, but you need to think when you need to go for these buttons here. Because you need this path very much clear for the lemmings to get up here as well. Okay, so there's 2 traps up here as well, so that's the reason why the disarmer lemming needs to be up here. I think that's every trap in the level disarmed now. Okay, so he's going to go for that button there, because that's quite hard to get to otherwise. And he's just going to come back up again. This is the hardest button to figure out. You need to have a stacker and a miner here. You can't actually get out. You can't actually get out of here without a stacker. So you have to be very careful the way you use your stackers as well. So what we're doing is we're going down to this button here first, and then we're going down to this button here as well. We're not worrying about that button so much yet. So we need to keep this. We need to keep this so and lemming can get to that side as well. So that's why we've mined in this direction. Direction is important, you see. Okay, I think that lemming's just going to sit tight now. Okay, a lot of assignments done there. I think we've got 3 climber gliders coming. That's what, 6 assignments. Okay, some of these lemmings are just going to do other things, and some of these lemmings are going to walk on ahead. That guy's going for that button there, but that guy carries on, so that's all right. And he's going to mine down for that button, he is. Because that button is really hard to get to. You might be tempted to stack up to it at the start, but that's actually a very bad use of a stacker. Especially when you need one up here, and you can just turn one around and do a reverse miner. And this guy's mining for this button, and he'll fall on this button. It's a very well placed button actually, because that glider actually lands on it. So that's all the buttons done on this side of the level. It's hard to believe there's so many buttons left still, isn't there? It's just a ridiculous amount of buttons, Wafflem. I think everyone's going to look at this level and just call you the Wafflem guy. The button guy. This is your signature level. Okay, so this guy's gone up here. He's going to press this button. Now he's in here. But I didn't actually realise it was a one-way field because I was such an idiot. Okay, so these guys are just mining their way out now so they can get down to the bottom. Because the exit's open now, you see. Because all the buttons have been pressed. But we need to get these guys out as well. I think this guy's going to get these lemmings out. Okay, everyone's a glider now. And this guy needs to be freed by a digger as well. Oh, there's 2 stackers here as well. I forgot to mention that. Because when you dig here, you actually still need a climbable wall, but this guy needs to get out, so there's actually another stacker here, so there's still a smooth wall to climb. And the digger needs to be so far back, because otherwise the lemmings will bloody miss the exit. It needs to be out so far, otherwise it's going. The lemmings are going to glide and miss the exit, as in miss the platform and go right underneath it. Yes, it did happen to me. You also need to be very careful with this fire as well, because if lemmings fall off of here when the digger's at a certain height, then they can fall on this flame as well. So I'll wait for the last lemming to come down this bit. They're all going to the exit now, so... And that's the last skill now, so... Watch them all fall out. See, another long replay. 11 minutes. And here we are, we're on to the last level finally. And this level was a beautiful last level. I loved it so much. There's so many skills in this level. Waffle's just spoiling us with skills here. They may look intimidating, but it's not too hard when you know what to do. I think I'll work on these guys first. Actually, I think these guys need some containing as well. Okay, so he digs first. The reason for that digger is because we want to make this a climbable surface while getting a lemming down at the same time. We haven't got any swimmers, so we've got to dig him down. Using blockers are fine on those guys because we've got so many walkers. That guy's platforming across to this candy cane here. Okay, so I'll just stop and talk about this level a moment. There's a splitter up here, but the splitter's not really that bad because we've got so many walkers to counteract that. I don't really know what a splitter's here, to be honest. Just for added effect, perhaps, because it's not really an irritation. But we've got climber, floater, and disarmer lemmings here. These are climbers and swimmers, so they can go across the bottom here. These are climbers, swimmers, gliders, and disarmers. And these are climbers and swimmers. So all the people on the bottom are swimmers, that's important to note. These are just climbers, so they need a lot of help to get out of this section here, because they've got to go all the way through here. Which you actually need to send a swimmer lemming to help them. And there's a hell of a lot of traps up here, but luckily, if you get a lemming, disarmer skill across there, they're not too much of a problem. And there's a load of traps along here as well. But again, we're sending a lemming from up here down here to deal with those traps. But yeah, beautiful music for the last level. And I used a digger there just to make that safe and walkable. And also, we want you to do some platforming across here, so we want to make sure it's walkable at the same time. Because we're going to have a lot of people climbing up this wall later on. As you can see, everybody in this level is a climber. That's important to note. Hence why the main route through this level is going to be up the side here, up the side of this wall here. And it took a long time to work that out, to be honest. And I'm using diggers to get through these candy poles as well, which is a good way to save a basher, because bashers are a premium on this level. Absolute premium. And he's just going to disarm all these traps. And one problem we got is we've got to go past the exit. So we're digging now. I'm not really sure what that digger's doing. Maybe I forgot what he's doing. I think perhaps we're sending him down to deal with these traps down here now. Because this lemming's coming back now up the wall. After digging far enough down. And he's going to come back and help this guy up here. These lemmings just need to be freed with a well-placed digger. So... And he's going to platform over that. But look, we've got so many walkers. Oh, he went in the exit, okay. We're done with him, are we? So I'm just sending this guy to disarm all the traps. Okay, I think there's a reason why there's no platformers here. It's because all these lemmings along the bottom are swimmers. This guy's not a swimmer though, I don't think. No, he's not a swimmer, so we have to watch out for him. He's the only guy who's in danger, any danger down here. Look, these are worker lemmings, so we're keeping an eye on him. Okay, so he's just disarming all those traps back and forth. I think we do ultimately use platforms to save him, because it's very hard to get him out otherwise. Okay, so these guys are going to go up here, and they're going to walk to the exit now. So these guys are safe now, I think. because they can swim. Okay, so that's the non-swimmer lemming, so he's platforming. Because we've got to save every lemming in this level. We've still got people coming out the trapdoor as well. We've saved these lemmings so early, they're such that, you know, they've been left behind. Got little stragglers. Okay, so we use 3 platforms and cut off the third one early, so... These platforms are just there to save that lemming. And look, unfortunately, it's made these lemmings take a little bit longer to get to the exit due to their glider. But luckily, it didn't really hinder us too badly. And all these lemmings are overshooting the exit, but it's alright, they're disarmers. I'll put a blocker there just to stop them all going, because we only need one of these guys. And I think this guy is ultimately going to go and help these lemmings over here. I think I just realised if I put a blocker down there, I would actually stop all these lemmings from climbing up this wall. That's the only reason why that blocker's there. What the hell are they doing up there? How the hell do they get up there? Oh, because they went back that way, I see. That's fine, it's not too much of a hindrance. They're just taking a really long way around there. Keep an eye on them on the mini map anyway. Are you kidding me? They're going all the way back down here, look. And they're just going to end up falling back in there and going back the way they came. Oh, that was all unnecessary. I could have just easily solved that by putting that blocker earlier. Just a bit of a fallout from that. Look, unfortunately, because this guy's a glider lemming, he's not really being as helpful as I would have liked. But luckily, he's falling in all the right places. We've got a lot of swimming going on over here. No, they're just them guys falling back in the water down the bottom. Or should I say the chocolate? Okay, so this guy's a disarmer. So he's going to platform across there. And platform again. I think I make him disarm all the traps first. Yep. I don't think we're done here yet. So we need to bash out part of this thing so that these guys don't go splat. Okay, so it's safe now. Okay, so I block that off so they can climb up as normal with a stacker. And now this guy goes down and helps these lemmings. Such a helpful lemming, isn't he? I think these guys can just be free with a stacker and a digger. But now they can get out now because that guy's done the digger trick on that wall there. So it just leaves these guys now. And the reason why I've left these guys till last is because they're actually holding the vital link in the wall there. These lemmings have been freed now. The blockers have just turned into walkers. And they're just going to walk safely to the exit because they'll climb this wall and climb this wall and go to the exit. So I used a stacker and digger on that thing. You need to put a stacker next to the wall and when they get to the top of it, dig. And they'll just climb through that. And go to the exit just like everybody else. Of course the splitter helps split them up, I don't know why. Okay, so it just leaves these guys now. Okay, I think now it starts happening now because the last lemmings actually pass through that bit now. Any minute now. Okay, so he does a bash as such that he does a very small hole in the wall there. I think a stacker can patch it up. Yeah, and I got a Lemmy to turn around and walker it. And there you go. And the last thing is just the blocker just needs to be freed when the last Lemming's gone through the splitter. So yeah, again, another long replay. 16 minutes at the moment. It's going to be 17 minutes guaranteed. But yeah, that was a really good level, that was. And look, we started with 50 walkers. We've ended up using 36 in this level. So yeah. Anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough of Lemmingbytes. I was very happy with the playthrough overall, and thanks very much to Wafflem for making this pack. It's probably one of the longest packs I've ever played. It's 128 levels, but it felt a lot longer than that. I'm sure people can get through Seblems in a shorter amount of time than this. And that's got almost 50 more levels in it. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'm very happy to have played this pack. Thank you, Wafflem. I hope to see more from you in the future. Thanks for everyone watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.